BAE Systems, as you can see. I've been with BAE now for 15 years, just 15 years as of July. Prior to that, I was actually 20 years of working for a staffing firm. So I used to hire accountants and legal assistants, actually, back in the day when it was a telephone book and a phone on your desk. So that really dates me. So what happened, it was actually supporting one of BAE Systems' customers in my staffing years, and decided to join them. Honestly, for career growth, I wanted to learn more about this whole government contracting world and how does this all work. So joined them, and I started out in the Intel world right out the gate, and I hired analysts of all kinds of flavors. So human, any kind of the ints, human, SIGINT, and we had all source, collection managers, etc. And then focus on that one customer, which at the time was the Army, and then just really kind of broadened my my folder there, portfolio, and went out into the cyber world, and then more into IT, and just kind of branched out. So started out as a recruiter, worked my way up the chains, and managed a team of 24 recruiters at one given time. I was located out of the McLean, Virginia headquarters there. And then my life kind of changed. I've always lived in the DMV area, and my husband was transferred here to South Carolina. So left South Carolina, came here to, left the DMV, came to South Carolina, took on a new role to support all our new business work. So what myself and my team supports are, we go after all of the new contracts out there, and we really support all of the agencies out there. So I have insight to all of the, number one, the growth, where is our company going at the sector level, and then you know, it's exciting to kind of see you know, what types of people we're going to be looking for, where they're located, and do we have those types of individuals in those locations, and so really starting from the ground floor as the new work comes in. BAE Systems has 3 sectors, and we are located all over the U.S. We probably have an office in all of the states. They might be small little satellite sites, or they're very large presence. Of course, the DMV area, the Maryland, DC, Virginia area, very strong, large presence there. And again, we support all of the agencies out there. And then, you know, here in the South Carolina area, you know, we certainly support NIWIC. So we have a lot of opportunity there. And again, all, you know, just Augusta, Georgia, you name it, we're there. The 3 sectors we have is Intel Solutions. So that focuses a lot of analytical work. So it will range anywhere from full motion video, again, noting collection managers, cyber work, anything that's analysis based. That's their main focus. So it's very people, I mean, the entire company is people oriented, but that usually is the bulk of bodies that, that require to support our customer. Platform solutions and electronic solutions are product-based. So they do a lot of Navy work on ships, aircraft, military vehicles. So a lot of labor type work. And again, we are across the country. All of, you know, during this pandemic time, the INS sector, so the analysts, we continue to hire. We are hiring still to today. We still have a lot of opportunity, a lot of positions to fill for our customer. What they've done for the most part is split up shifts. So they have taken some, some of the 24-hour, 24/7 shifts, and they've broken it down and divided those shifts into equal parts so that they're still getting customer service, but of course being very COVID friendly, social distancing, et cetera. But we are still hiring, across the INS sector, and we've been very fortunate that we have not had to lay a lot of people off, or actually I don't think that any of our customers we had laid off anybody. We just had to kind of, again, shift things around. Wanted to share with you, I actually just hot off the press, because right before I came on to this event here, I was given this little, group. So they took, over the last 6 months, there was a group of 15 people that just joined BAE, and they wanted to kind of hear their thoughts on how their transition from wherever they were coming from into BAE and what that experience looked like. And this is a quote from what their, as a collaborative team, came up with. So meaningful, empowering, remarkable, that's a career at BAE Systems. Improving the future and protecting lives, an ambitious mission, but it's what we do at BAE Systems. Working here means using your passion, integrity, where it counts, defending national security with breakthrough technology, superior products, and intelligent solutions. As you develop the latest technology and defend national security, you will continually hone your skills on a team, making a big impact on a global scale. At BAE Systems, you'll find a rewarding career that truly makes a difference. And like I said, I just was briefed on that, not, maybe an hour ago. And I thought, what an impactful statement, and how true that is to what our employees really do feel when they start a career with us. And we start right out the gate with, training. We make sure that everyone has some sort of either a mentor, or they have their manager is heavily involved in taking the initiative and making sure that these individuals that do make the decision, that we are fortunate that you're joining our team, and we provide you with internal learning and development, as well as, if you have an external college course that you're interested in, or, a hands-on training. So I thought that was just, again, a very impactful statement that our own internal new hires kind of put together. A little bit about our the process, so going through this, and first and foremost, timing is everything. And so depending on when you're actually graduating, what does that look like? How soon do I start looking for a job? And I would say this with regards to any company that you're really targeting. You want to really learn. So make sure that you go in into their website, learn about their mission, learn about how they're structured, read up on various job descriptions. Those job descriptions are going to tell you a lot about the types of work, the customers that they are supporting. And I would suggest that about a year out, really become very much aware again of what that looks like to you. And then start applying around 6 months to when you're actually ready to come on board. Now, some of the, every scenario is different. Some cases, if their customer is able to sponsor your clearance, which I'll get to that in a second, they may be offering you a contingent offer, and that is the start of the, getting your clearance process, because that can take upwards of 2 years, 2.5 years, just depending on every individual's history, right? So if you've traveled a lot internationally, et cetera, it can take a little bit longer. But I would definitely, within 2 years prior to you, when you're going to be graduating, that's a great time to do exactly what you're doing, learn about these companies through virtual events. And again, more importantly, do your own research. Do your own research online and try to figure out what their mission is. Is that a passion that you have as an individual? Can you see yourself doing those types of, or you see your career being in that type of atmosphere? Along with the, as I noted about the clearance, clearances are not held by a company, a government contracting company. They're held by a customer. So we don't have a say in whether we can sponsor you or not. That sponsorship comes from the customer. There are companies out there that, that you can be hired as what they call reach back work. So you're at their headquarters and you're doing some of the research or the supporting role to the individuals that are customer site. There are companies out there that will have those opportunities. Unfortunately, BAE Systems does not have those types of opportunities, but we do have internships, and that does help because during your internship with us, we are able to then sponsor you. So our internship program is gearing up now. So what are we in October? You should start seeing some releases of our intern program, and that would be for 2021. So it would be for the May, June, July timeframe of when you would actually start. There's opportunity again in the Maryland, DC area, as well as again across the country. So depending on your flexibility of when, where you could sit and reside and take advantage of those internships. But you should start seeing some of those opportunities be released here within the next couple of weeks. And then they kind of trickle through because some hiring managers are quicker to create their intern opportunity versus others. So you'll probably see, I would keep checking throughout at least December because it really, honestly, it takes some managers that long to post their intern opportunity. The process for you, though, would be you would, go to our website. I would go by location. I would go by the opportunity itself. So maybe by a skill set, you can do searches by both skill sets and locations. Apply to the position. I would definitely note clearance. So if they're looking for, a top secret with SCI, it is a requirement to start day one. So kind of note that as you're going through that process and applying. But apply to the opportunity and, the process would be from there to get an interview. Right now we're 100% virtual. So we do conduct all of our interviews virtually, and the recruiter will set all that up for you. And then, get yourself into the system because even if you don't get that opportunity, our first go-to as recruiters is that database. When we are looking to fill opportunities, we want to go to our database where all the candidates have already applied. And we do that also in the reverse of what you're doing is we search by skill sets. When you're looking at a job description and you know that you fit most of what that opportunity is looking for, but you're thinking, well, but I don't have, maybe I don't have, it says 3 to 5 years of experience and I have 2. Well, I would still apply it. When in doubt, let us say no to you versus you making that call for yourself. So I still encourage people to go ahead and apply to those opportunities. Also ensure that your resume highlights what we're looking for. So if you know that you have these skill sets, but on your resume, it's in the middle or it's towards the end, make sure you highlight that, especially if you're currently doing that, but you didn't really resonate that in the beginning. Because again, the first rule of thumb, honestly, as recruiters is that we are looking, and in the first, 30 seconds, we are looking for meeting the requirements that we have to fill. So you can adjust your resume to meet the requirements that are posted out there. And then, once you have gone through the process, you've interviewed, and you'll get a contingent offer. Depending on the clearance and the background checks that need to be conducted, it could take anywhere from a 3-week to potentially 4 to 5 months to get actually in the door. Again, depending on a clearance that is necessary or not necessary for that matter. So you just got to kind of check with your recruiter and ensure that they are they're staying on top of, like, once that clearance is processed through, and that you can get a start date and get yourself in the door. So I'm going to kind of open it up for questions.